Oscar Piastri was superb last time out in Bahrain. Things aren't clicking for Lando Norris. Is there still another twist in this title race? Let's preview and predict the 2025 F1 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Before we get into the predictions, let's dive into a little bit of history here of the Jeddah circuit. We've only had 4 races in Saudi Arabia, so there's not a lot of data that we can necessarily gather. But the most pole positions in the Jeddah circuit has been by Sergio Perez. He's got 2 poles in the last 4 years, with Max Verstappen having the most wins at the Jeddah circuit with 2 as well. This is a strong Red Bull circuit. If only they had a car this season to actually capitalize on this. Max winning 2 out of 4, comment down below the other 2 race winners in the Jeddah circuit. Like I said, Red Bull, this is their circuit. They have the most wins as a constructor, 3 out of the 4. There's only one other constructor with a race win here. Comment down below who you think that is. And bizarrely, the last 3 pole sitters, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Max Verstappen. Last 3 winners at the Jeddah circuit, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Max Verstappen. Though the interesting thing to point out straight away is that there's been 3 race winners from the pole sitter in the last 4 seasons. Now this season, it's safe to say that Oscar Piastri is the man in form. He's done brilliantly since Australia. He unfortunately spun out and did everything he could to still keep McLaren in the points. But will his incredible form continue here in Saudi Arabia? Well, my pole position winner for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, George Russell. He was pretty decent in quali last year, and his first stint in the Bahrain Grand Prix last weekend was really good. He was within reach of Oscar Piastri, he wasn't pulling away from him, and done incredibly well to keep that second place in Bahrain. Bear in mind he had a few issues with his steering wheel, his brakes, all sorts. But the form is there and the confidence is there. In fact, Mercedes have really stepped up this season. And I know many people have been disappointed with Mercedes in the past, but George Russell has done a phenomenal job. Comment down below if my pole position matches yours, or am I incredibly stupid? Either way, comment down. Let's get to the podium, okay? P3. Kimi Antonelli, that is correct. He's going to get his first podium in Formula 1. I've got this funny feeling that Kimi and Saudi Arabia just seem to match together. Kimi Antonelli is very quick, very fast. Now, there is a cause for concern in terms of collisions because it's a very tight circuit. It's congested, but it's high speed, it's quick. And this is what Kimi Antonelli is very good at. And Mercedes seem to be really quick in this circuit as well. And this season in general. I just believe in Kimi Antonelli. There's something about him and I can't wait to see him get his first podium, and I believe this is the perfect circuit for him. P2, Oscar Piastri. I'm going to give him the P2 slot because I don't think he'll get pole position. However, I do think he'll still be there within the mix and he will overtake Lando Norris in the Drivers' Championship. Now bear this in mind, McLaren have got no podiums yet in Saudi Arabia, but they had no podiums or pole positions in Bahrain. Yet Oscar took pole and converted the pole into a win. And just like the races have happened this season, I just feel like the pole sitter is going to convert into a win. And that's why my winner is George Russell for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Simply because 3 winners have started on pole and have won the race here. I believe George is good at defending. I believe he's matured a lot more from the last couple of years when he's been under pressure and he's sort of snapped under the pressure. This time around, however, I feel like he's a very capable, very confident driver in that Mercedes. And I just believe Mercedes are just much better this time round. And this is just a prime slot for them since Red Bull are not in the competition. Who am I looking forward to at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? Ferrari. Probably thinking, hang on a minute, Ferrari? Yes, that's correct, because I believe Charles Leclerc actually likes this circuit. I feel like in quali, as we know of Charles Leclerc, he's very quick. Didn't do too bad last year in quali. And he's had 2 podium finishes in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. That's as much as Sergio Perez, and that's the second most amount of podiums in Jeddah. And another reason is because they've got 3 podiums here in Jeddah in the last 4 races. Also, how can you forget Lewis Hamilton? In the inaugural Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the man took pole and the man won the race. Okay, albeit 2021, but you know, and I know Max Verstappen had a flying lap before he crashed in quali, but you get my point. I think the qualis will be good and I think there's something to watch out for. I think Charles Leclerc this season is another one that's kind of gone under the radar in terms of pace in the Ferrari. The team I'm concerned about going into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix weekend is Aston Martin. Simply because the question I'm asking is, have they given up already? I'm getting a vibe, I'm getting body language from Aston Martin that they are done for the season, that they're just thinking about 2026, thinking about the Honda engine. And I wonder if Adrian Newey is even doing anything this season with this Aston Martin. I wonder if he's looked at the car and looked at the team and just thought, you know what guys, let's wrap this up and let's get on to next year. The pace is worrying, there seems to be all kinds of technical issues, and they just seem so lackluster. Remember, Fernando Alonso also had a podium finish in this circuit. Not a chance in hell will they be in the top 3. Although saying that, did you know the driver that started 15th in Jeddah each time has not failed to score points. So stranger things have happened. If you like this prediction preview style of video, then make sure you smash a like and comment down below your predictions. But my pole sitter is George Russell. My race winner is George Russell. He will make it the 5th different winner this season, and I'm most looking forward to seeing how the Ferraris get up to at Saudi Arabia. Now, of course, the race review will be after the race is done. But in the meantime, if you love Formula 1 content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel because there's going to be plenty more. But until next time, lights out.